All right, welcome back. This is going to be a continuation of my DCS for Beginners series. Today we're going to be talking about joining the DCS community. Now, I know the majority of DCS players are single players, meaning they have no intention and no desire to play multiplayer on a server with other people. They prefer to play single player campaigns or just screw around by themselves inside DCS. And trust me, that was me. I played Lock-On Modern Combat for many, many years. And when the first iteration of DCS came out, I had no intention of joining the community. I didn't have any urge to play online because it felt like anytime I did, it just felt like I was flying with a bunch of 5-year-olds. People strafing the runway, blue on blue. You spawn into a jet and someone strafes the tarmac and blows you up. You got people spawning into a jet with their throttle all the way into full burn going into you. Just a bunch of chaos. And I just did not enjoy it. Didn't like it. Closed it, uninstalled, went back to Lomac and Falcon 4.0 back in the day. But around 6 years ago, I went ahead and gave it a shot. And this is largely due to the videos that I had been watching on YouTube at the time of these DCS YouTubers flying in multiplayer servers or flying in private groups where they were all working together to complete a mission, flying as a strike package, and then another group of 4 players flying cap over them, some helo pilots coming in and dropping troops inside a base or something. It was just so much fun to watch. And I thought, I want to do that. That looks like so much. That's what I'm looking for, right? I don't like Airquake. I don't like spawning in and just everyone's just free for all, killing everything in sight until they get shot down and they respawn and shot down, respawn, shot down. It's Airquake. I don't enjoy that. That's not fun. I want to actually start a jet up, go through an entire mission with a bunch of people that are like-minded, and it just sounded like so much fun. And watching the videos looked like a blast. So I took the dive and went into multiplayer, but not just regular multiplayer. I actually reached out to the community and found a private group. So all that to say, those of you who are single player and single player only, you don't want to have anything to do with multiplayer, I highly recommend you look into it at least, because flying multiplayer, it opens up a whole new world to DCS. By yourself, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but there's a point where the sim kind of loses its edge in the sense that in single player campaigns, you're not actually using your voice, you're not talking with anyone, you're just selecting keyboard commands and just selecting options in the comm menu, and that's it. A whole new world gets opened up when you're talking to real human AWACS or real human ATC or a human JTAC on the ground, coordinating with them. It's just so much more fun. Incredible immersion. So if you haven't looked into it, I highly recommend it. You need to at least try it. Now, I'm not talking about going into the Airquake servers unless that's what you're into. If you just want to be able to fight other human players and shoot down everything in sight and respawn and just kill and get as many kills as you can, then by all means, there's plenty of servers like that. There's actually a server that dedicates itself to just dogfighting. There are dedicated training servers. There's dedicated air-to-ground servers. All kinds of stuff that are public. You don't need a password or anything like that. But if you want coordinated flight, coordinated missions, coordinated strike packages, private groups is where you're going to have the most fun, if that's what you're looking for, if that's the gameplay you're looking for. So we're going to go over where to do this, where to find these groups, and start having a blast and start exploring the real depths of what DCS can offer. All right, let's go to browser, and you want to go to digitalcombatsimulator.com. In here, up here at the top, you can click forums. And once you're at the forums, go up to squadrons. And here you can browse through all the active squadrons. They even show how many members are part of that squadron, a little paragraph of what they are, what they do, things like that. As an example, let's click on Digital Coalition Air Force. And when you're in one of these squadrons, you can click Apply and Socials, and almost all of them are going to have a Discord. You can join the Discord. Now, if you don't have Discord, if you've never heard of it, I highly recommend Discord. It is one of the most popular ways that the DCS community communicates with each other. It's a game and social chat platform that people use to talk to each other, to organize together. It's a great application. I definitely recommend it if you don't have it. And it's free. So just create an account, download Discord, and you can join these private group Discords right here. Usually that's the quickest way to apply. Of course, Digital Coalition Air Force has an application form right here, and it'll probably give you everything you need to know to apply to be a member of that group. Now, some of these squadrons you'll find are paramilitary in the sense that you have to have so many flight hours per month or you get kicked out. There's a chain of command. Everyone has a rank, things like that. Then there's also some of these squadrons that are extremely casual. It's just a bunch of people hanging out. There's no rank structure, no chain of command. They're just having fun together, and every flavor in between. So go through these, find the one that looks best to you, and you can apply that way. There's other ways as well. The way I did it is on Facebook. I found the DCS Facebook page. I posted in there, hey, any one of you guys have a private group that has a bunch of dads that have careers and kids and baseball games and stuff like that don't have a lot of time to devote to DCS but get on occasionally? And I got a bunch of responses and got an idea of each one, and I picked one. Now, I don't know if I'm not part of the group anymore, but the group that I originally started with was Joint Task Force Heavy. These guys are awesome. Great group of people. The first night I was on with them, it was a Friday night, and they were doing their Friday night flight night. And it was like 50 people all flying together, player versus environment. We were in the Persian Gulf fighting against Iran, and it was just so much fun. Another way you can join groups is to join the Eagle Dynamics official Discord server, and inside there you'll find a squadrons channel where people are promoting their squadrons, recruiting, things like that. You can go in there and find out who's recruiting, find out what kind of group they are, if they're milsim, if they're more casual, if they're just airquake, and you can join there as well. Even if you're not looking for a squadron, even if you're not looking for a private group, the Eagle Dynamics official Discord server is still a great place to communicate with the rest of the community, see announcements, discuss problems, get some help. There's actually a help channel there where everyone is more than willing to help you if you have problems. Next, let's talk about staying up to date with DCS. If you've been flying DCS for at least a month or more, you're probably more than aware that DCS is a constantly developed piece of software. Eagle Dynamics is constantly releasing new versions, hotfixes, changes, additions, new aircraft, new maps. DCS is getting bigger and bigger every year. And with that, things change. So if you want to keep up with the new additions, the changes, and the new versions, there are quite a few ways you can do that. First, obviously, go to the Eagle Dynamics DigitalCombatSimulator.com website, go to news. You can go to newsletters and read each newsletter. About twice a month, you'll get a new newsletter that kind of goes over what's going on, what's new, things like that. If you go to changelog, you'll get an entire list of every change, addition, and fix that has been put into each version that has come out. So if you're way behind on versions, if you haven't updated DCS in a while, you can go through this list and see what you're missing. There might be fixes to problems you've been having with your aircraft. Another way to get your DCS news is from YouTube. At the official ED YouTube channel, you'll get announcements of new aircraft, new maps, sales, and beyond videos. Beyond videos are these right here, DCS 2025 and beyond. If you watch these really closely, usually you'll see Easter eggs and future announcements hidden inside the video. As you can see, they don't release a lot of videos very often, but these are mostly the big announcements. Another great YouTube channel would be Matt Wagner. Now, Matt's been around for a long time, and he gives great tutorials on new systems and new procedures, and he's an employee of Eagle Dynamics, so he gets the official announcements out on his channel quite often. So I highly suggest that you subscribe to this channel. You'll get a lot of information, tutorials, and news from Matt as well. Another great channel is How I Play. So HIP DCS, and this is him right here. How I Play Games is owned and operated by Andre Celesti, and he puts out a video pretty much every single week, updating you on new things that are coming to DCS, things that were just released, product reviews, and a ton of other stuff. This is another channel I highly recommend if you're going to be looking to keep up to date with DCS and new versions that are coming out. Another known group within the DCS community is Hoggit. If you go to Reddit and search Hoggit, you'll find their Reddit page. They actually have their own Discord server as well, and as you can see, they're very active. Most of Hoggit is just people discussing DCS, sharing things, discussing bugs or problems, and sometimes helping each other out. Now, for DCS tutorials, obviously you can come to my channel. I typically do tutorials for the F-16 and videos concerning the F-16. And there's a few other people out there that also do F-16 tutorials and DCS videos in general, one of which is Carbon. Carbon's an active F-16 crew chief. Now, I haven't been on the flight line in 15, 16 years. Carbon's actively crewing F-16s right now as I make this video, but he also makes DCS videos on his off time, including tutorials. I definitely recommend him if you want to check it out. Another great YouTube channel is The Ops Center by Mike Solem. I'm sorry, Mike, if I butchered your name there. Solium, I think that's right. Mike puts out really good content, and it's not just a specific airframe. It's not just a specific thing inside DCS. He puts out air tactical maneuvers and tactical formation training and just general fighter pilot training on his channel to be used with any airframe, knowing how radar works and how AWACS communicates and how to communicate on the radio, what the different formations are and why they work and how they work and stuff like that. It's the tactics, and just he goes through everything. It's really good, very thought out, and he puts it into layman's terms. So those of you who have never been in the military, he makes it so that you'll understand it. It's really good, great visuals. It's a great source of information. I definitely recommend you subscribe to Mike. I have yet to see a video that he put out that I didn't learn something from. For those of you rotor heads who like to fly helicopters, CasmoTV is another great YouTube channel. Casmo is an actual former Apache and Kiowa pilot. Now, obviously, U.S. military pilots can't really give away too much information. They're not going to talk about tactics that we use, things like that. But he does have some tutorials in here, and obviously, being a former Kiowa pilot and Apache pilot, he knows what he's talking about, and it's really cool to watch him go through the procedures and show you how things work and why they work, and it's really cool. So if you're a rotor head, definitely check Casmo out. In previous videos, I know I've spoken about RalfiDude and Tuuvas. RalfiDude is a great source of information for A10 tutorials. The SU-25 tutorial from Zero to Hero series is amazing. I know I've mentioned that in a previous video. Tuuvas is another great channel if you're looking to learn how to fly in DCS with an Xbox or PlayStation controller or any type of game controller like that. He goes through all kinds of stuff, not just Xbox and PlayStation, other game controllers that you can get on Amazon, how much they cost, how to bind them so that you can fly things that are just as complicated as the A10C in DCS, the full fidelity A10. It's really impressive what he can do. Another great channel for news overviews and occasional tutorials is Prickly Hedgehog. Red Kite is another great tutorial channel. Tricker, Spud Spike, DPAC, Command T, the Air Warfare Group, and many others. I'll put a list of a lot of the ones that I enjoy in the description below. And I'm going to put some of the beginner Discord servers in the description below. The 4YA server is another great one. Great training server for people that are new to learn how to fly in DCS or just new to a different airframe. Maybe they've been flying DCS for many years, but they want to fly the F-18 for the first time. You can go to the 4YA server. They have training nights where someone who is a subject matter expert on the F-18 and DCS takes a bunch of guys out on a flight and they teach them everything they need to know. So there's a lot of people out there that are itching to help new guys. They like to see the DCS community grow. They want to see it grow because the more it grows, the more money for ED, the more money for R&D, the more money for development, and the more we get to enjoy in DCS. They understand that aspect. But unfortunately, there is a small percentage, and I'm talking maybe somewhere between 2 and 5% of the community that are just angry people. And I know there are other communities out there that have people that are just as toxic, but they are there. There's not a lot of them. They're really loud, so it sounds and looks sometimes like they're the majority, but they aren't. I would say if you stay around long enough, I would say you'll notice there's only a few of them. The vast majority of the DCS community are well-meaning people that enjoy flying DCS. They enjoy the community. They want to see it grow. They welcome and are excited to see new players. That is the vast, overwhelming, vast majority of the DCS community. So please don't hesitate to reach out and join, ask for help, look for a private group. Private groups love to work with each other. It's a great community. It's very welcoming. If you are unfortunate enough to bump into one of the grumpy ones, just ignore them and move on. Do not interact. Do not engage. If you engage, you will regret it. They are never wrong. They're not wrong. They're always correct. They are really smart. They're really intelligent, more intelligent than you. Just know if you bump into one of these people, just ignore them. Know that they don't know what they're talking about, but they sure do think they are. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect, 100%. Just know these people are right here. So don't get discouraged if you do bump into them first thing out of the gate. There are more of us than there are of them. Please join the community. We would love to have you. We're more than willing to help you. We want to see this community grow. We want to see you have fun. So hopefully that was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Let's go.